Hey guys, Cryptsy here with my latest formation and tactics. These are the ones that I'll be taking into Weekend League this weekend. I'm hoping for an elite finish. You guys know Elite 1, top 100 on the channel the last couple of years. This year, we're going in again, hoping for another fantastic finish. This is the team that's going to lead us. I can't see really any changes that will be happening going forward. We have just done the Ansu Fati. He'll be heading on to the left-hand side. I'll show you guys the in-games in just a moment. Overall, I'm really happy with the team. Really big upgrade for Varane. I think he's been fantastic so far for me. Obviously, FUT Champs can change everything. It gets hot and sweaty, but we'll see how they go this weekend. If you are excited about Weekend League, make sure you give us a thumbs up below. We're uploading very regularly on the YouTube. If you didn't know, I stream on Twitch 7 days a week. I think I'm going to have today off, but ignore that, all right? We're live 7 days a week, twitch.tv/CryptsyTV. I'm going to leave all the links in the description as well. Let's check out the formation and the tactics. Alright, so I'll be starting a 4-2-3-1 narrow. This gives me good defensive structure with the two CDMs, but also gives me a fluid attacking movement with Lucas Moura and Fati on the wings. Now, they're pacey. They're going to create carnage on those wings against potentially some of those cheaper defenses that people are going to have, especially in the first weekend. A lot of people like to have an incredible attack. They spend the extra coins on those Martials, those Rashfords, and they just really lack in the defensive department, and that's where I have spent a large portion of my coins are in the defensive side. Look at that Mendy, look at that Varane. We packed Davies untradeable, which was really, really handy, and we have Neuer in goal as well. Now, the reason why I have Azad Cam is because he can pass in any direction. He's 4-star, 4-star. He has great shot power as well, which makes it really, really easy to score from all angles. You love to see it. Ansu and Moura, again, I've said this before, on the wings, just causing havoc with the skills as well. And then Firmino. Now, people say, oh, Firmino's slow. Firmino, nah, no good. For me, Firmino's fantastic. He's great build-up play. So he's great to get the ball into feet. You can get out wide to the wingers. He can go back to Hazard. He can make quick darting runs. I'm really happy with Roberto Firmino. I think in the future, I think Drogba will be once again coming into the team as he was in there in FIFA 20. However, overall, really happy with the attack. There was a big change. I had Valverde and I had Sissoko in my CDMs. I made changes. I went to De Jong and Kante, and just such a difference on that defensive side. They just win the ball at all costs. They pass really well, really compose the ball, and they can dribble. So I'm really, really, really happy with the balance with the team right now, and I think we're going to go really well this weekend. As for the tactics, I go balance on the defensive. I go 4 width in defense. Now, the reason is because a lot of people play in a 4-1-2-1-2 formation and narrow, which means that a lot of the time they're just running up the guts, and your defenders can be a little bit wider on defense. So I drop that width a little bit. However, the depth, I sit it at 5. Now, I'm happy with that. You could probably drop that down to maybe a 4. I wouldn't really have that much higher than a 6. I like it at 5. That's personal preference. You can definitely have the width a little bit more narrow as well, depending on who you're versing or depending on their style. You can always come in and change that, but I like to start with 4. Then on the offense, I go fast build-up. Now, this is risky, okay? This is a risky tactic to go in the fast build-up. You will definitely concede some goals in the process because most of your players, if you have a look, most of your players just take off up the field and don't really leave you a lot of opportunity if you get stuck with a defensive player in front of you. So you just have to be mindful getting out of defense with this formation. You may get stuck. You may have to hoof it long or go wide or go back to the keeper and look for space. So just keep that in mind. Well, I like them wide because I've got my wingers. However, if you're playing a narrow formation, I'd lock that down. Narrow that width. However, I'm happy with the width that it is just because it gives my attackers some space going forward. Players in box, this is personal preference. I had to keep it low just so then the players are not leaving me defensively exposed. Corners, just the 2. I mean, that's probably 3 or 4 in the box. However, I'm only aiming for one person, and that's Varane. If Varane gets the header, I've probably scored, which is key. You don't really want to flood this because a lot of the players just won't get anywhere near the ball anyway. And free kicks, again, just the 2. You're only aiming for 2 players anyway, maybe 3 in the box off a free kick. So I'm really happy with that. Again, these are all personal preferences of mine. However, you know, I think these are some of the tips that you guys can use as well. If you guys really enjoyed the content, give it a thumbs up, hit the sub button, get involved with the live stream. It's absolutely banging. Weekend league streams coming up every weekend as we have for the last 2 or 3 years. It is great fun. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time.